We have two old boys associations to help the rugby football at Royal. We have got very good players, two national players, and I hope our boys will do very well. But still, I should say, it's very difficult to predict the result. It is something very special to both schools. Both schools will try hard to win this prestigious trophy.
When I entered Trinity as a schoolboy in the kindergarten in 44, but my first rugby match which I saw was in 48. It was also the first time Royal won the Bradby Shield. And that's as far back as my memories go of the Bradby. But needless to say, in the latter part of my stay in school between 52 and 56, we remained unbeaten in rugby. Actually, we were not beaten by any school. And there were times when it became a bit of a bore going down to Bogambre to see a rugby match. And later on, of course, we've seen Royal win the Bradby on several occasions. Well, the first 2 years I was here as principal in 99 and 2000, we won the Bradby. And I felt we should have pulled it off in 2001 as well. So that's 3 years running now. For 2 years, Royal has kept the shield. I am of the view that this keeps fluctuating over the years, that maybe in the next couple of years we are going to field a much better side probably and do well. That's how I look at it.
Royal and Trinity celebrate 59 years with good cheer. This is the current Bradby tally. Trinity got the better of Royal on 32 occasions, while Royal beat the Lions 25 times. The memorable tie was back in 1992.
This, in case you're wondering, is the oldest rugby schools fixture in the world. A great deal of pride for the schools and a huge amount of pride for rugby history and Sri Lanka. On the day, it's passion and passion and passion.
Brilliant.
It's nice to go as favourites, but Bradby is a kind of a different ball game. I've seen favourites being toppled in the past. It all depends how you prepare, how you focus yourselves for this type of game. We have been working on certain areas where we are weak, and where we are good at, we have been working as well. But after each and every game, what we normally do is we concentrate a lot in the areas that we were not that good. Plus, we work a lot on our basics, the simple things, tiny little things, and we try to really work hard on those aspects. We have a healthy respect for Trinity Rugby. We will play really hard. We will give the boy. I'm sure the boys will give their very best, and the better team will win.
Royal have done exceptionally well this year. They've got an almost spotless record, and we've lost a few games. But as I said, I'm very confident we'll give a good account of ourselves in the game. It is true to say we've focused especially on the Bradby game. There's no doubt about that. We've worked very hard indeed. We've trained 4 days a week. We've had some good lead-up games to it, and I think we're as prepared as we can be.
We'll have him at 2, okay? They'll wake up to this pretty soon. If he keeps getting our ball at 2, we leave him at 2. If he gets beaten for the ball once at 2, swap these two guys around, and then in defence, they'll follow you. They'll think you're the line-out jumper, we've moved you to 4, and then you go to 2 and we'll throw it to you at 2. Okay, so we'll do a couple of line-outs just throwing it to you.
Don't run into each other, guys.
Royal certainly will be favourites, and they deserve to be favourites. They're a fine side, but I'm very confident that our boys will give a good account of themselves. They're prepared and ready to go.
Look at that.
You're a virgin, right?
Excuse me?
I mean, a Virgo. Get your hands off my wife.
That tough little company, we really gave them one hell of a run for them.
Do you find it so hard to believe that this man could love me?
With Singer Picture-in-Picture TV, you don't have to feel the same to be together. Picture-in-Picture TV from Singer. way beyond your expectations. Toyota Corolla, the symbol of prestige. Corolla, driving your lifestyle beyond expectations. Toyota Lanka Private Limited, Vattala.
Picked today?
No, I'm a week old.
How did you manage to stay so fresh?
I stayed over there.
The Singer NutriSeal absorbs excess water, sprays cool vapor when necessary, and preserves freshness and nutrient value. Singer Refrigerators preserves nature's freshness.
Hello.
ඔයා කවුද?
විටමින් B කියන්නේ මට. ඔයා බොන හැම මයිලෝ උගුරකම මං ඉන්නවා. දවසම කඩිසර වෙන්න ඔයාට ඕන ශක්තිය මුදා හරින්නේ මමයි. ලෝකෙ දිගම ගඟ නයිල්. ෂා! පරණ රෙකෝඩ් සේරම කැලේ. හුරේ! මයිලෝ B මෑන් එක හිටියොත් රියල් වැඩ පෙන්නයි ඔයා. බාලෝ!
She's a beauty. Toyota RAV4. Toyota Lanka Private Limited, Vattala.
PP is the coach. I know him very well because we have trained sides together, and he's also the past national coach. He's a very good student of the game, and he knows to get the best out of every player. And from the games I have seen Royal play, they are a very well-trained, well-knit side. I think we have the edge definitely. I have no doubts that they'll go on to win the Bradby.
Royal started the season with an exceptional performance against Dharmaraja at Kandy. The Colombo lads, with 80% possession, made good use of the loose ball since Royal's forwards were quick and nippy when in motion. The three quarters used every opportunity to run the ball down, thereby giving their speedy wingers good ball, which helped Royal to pile up a big score.
Yeah, it was our first game of the season, so we went out there as a fresh side and we experimented all the moves and all what we all had lined up for the season, and we gave all our freshers a chance and tried them out, and yes, our backs and forwards clicked very well, and I think that's what happened at the game.
Down in Colombo, Royal were caught on the wrong foot against the Pete Rides more often than not. Royal's forwards lost possession while the three quarters fumbled with the ball. St. Peter's, who led 6-3 at the breather, kept the pressure on till the 54th minute. Royal's line clicked very close to the long whistle. Royal were lucky to win.
St. Peter's gave us a good run. I mean, anyway, you have to give the credit to our team as well. We defended very well, and as luck came our way, we scored that last try and won that game. I'm very happy with that win.
Royal's biggest test followed next against St. Anthony's Katugastota. With a heavier pack and a well-organized three-quarter line, the Anthonians tested Royal in both halves. This encounter was dominated by the Anthonians. The score read 7-5 in favour of the Kandy lads. At the very last moment, it was an exceptional effort by Lakshman Disanaika, who covered good ground with 2 minutes to go.
I would rate St. Anthony's as a very good side this year. I mean, they gave us a very good they came up with a very good performance and gave us a tough time. I think we defended very well.
The Royal Wesley encounter brought every single spectator to his feet. The pendulum swung, but Royal, for the first time this season, gave in to Wesley's attack. With more possession and distinct advantage in the set scrums, the Wesleyrites came out with a superb performance to beat the much-fancied Royalists for the first time in the history of both schools playing rugby since 1958. The end result, Royal 18, Wesley 22.
Wesley gave us a tough time. Yeah, Wesley played much better rugby that day, and what to do? I had to be the captain. Yeah, and so anyway, I'm not that disappointed with that. Anyway, the better team won that day, but we have learned some lessons from that game, and we'll take it up from there.
Royals' best effort this season was against Isipatana. The playmakers for the Royalists were their forwards, who did all the hard work to completely outplay the green shirts. Royals set an example on how to make use of maximum ball possession. At the end of the day, it was a right Royal win and just what the Royalists needed before the big game, the Bradby.
Our team came up with the best performance this season. I think the team showed some good character after losing to Wesley and bouncing back very hard on Isipatana, and we produced some very good performance that day and thrashed Isipatana 19-8.
There is a saying in Israel that our future is in the past. And I believe the Trinitians have to look back to the past here to understand that there are many times we were underdogs and we have pulled off this game. 1973, I believe, when Jeffrey Yu captained, there was a time we had freshers for the second Bradby because some of the seniors were unable to play, and they pulled off a magnificent win. And we see it happening all along. 1970, I believe, again, when Sam captained Trinity, we came back from behind and pulled off some great victories, and we have done it quite often. I think the best way to come into this type of game is as the underdogs, because you got nothing to lose. You can go for it, and you can put everything you have into the game without trying to defend too much.
Trinity were a marvel against Vidyartha in their very first outing. The Lions could have scored much more. However, being the first game of the season, Coach Jeffrey Garland will be proud of the Lions, who came out with a superlative performance.
Being the first match of the season and Vidyartha being a pretty strong side, I'm very pleased with our performance.
Down in Colombo, Trinity surprised every person who witnessed the game against St. Peter's. Trinity certainly were the better side. They rucked well, their mauls were excellent, the set pieces were done beautifully, and their three-quarter line clicked with the forwards. At the end of the day, the Pete Wrights were surprised a 20-all draw.
Our forwards and three-quarters combined very well, and all the things worked for us, and that's how we almost beat the Peters.
Trinity's performance against Isipatana was very ordinary. Ball handling was very poor. Their forwards lacked penetration. On the other hand, Isipatana played a much better game. They had a good game plan, and their nippy forwards did all the work for their three-quarters to go ahead and score many tries against the Trinity back that lacked in defence. End of the day, Isipatana won this game by 26 points to 17. The Trinitians, who came in as favourites against St. Thomas's, were given a surprise at Longden Place. The Kandy lads were rattled from the word go. They stay rattled, and they never had a game plan. At the end of the day, the Gomians had a much better game plan. They tackled better, and their forwards and their three-quarters combined so well, and they completely outdid the Trinitians by 26 points to 10.
For the St. Thomas's game, our few regulars were injured, but I must say that the luck was not there for us. But anyway, congratulations to St. Thomas's for being the better side that day.
Trinity has lost to St. Anthony's 5 games in a row. Same script, different page. But this time, the Anthonians were given a bit of a tester. The Trinitians were very, very careless, gave away too many penalties, and that enabled the Kadugasta boys to come out on top. The end result, St. Anthony's 22, Trinity 10.
One team has to win and one team has to lose. So once again, Anthony's were the better side, and they did beat us for the last 5 years.
However, history will record that stats and reputation have no place in this Titanic series. On the day, and it's on the day, courage, big hearts, big lungs, the fitter side, the side that will settle quicker, the confidence, the side that has the confidence will be the side that play to a game plan. Both coaches will expect and the teams will match each other on the day. In Kandy, it's the Lions' den, crowd support plus everything else. But having said all of that, despite the thousands of supporters coming from all corners of the world, it will be on the day who will play the better rugby, who will make less mistakes, and who will settle quicker. Royal versus Trinity. Bradby Shield rugby is the best example of Sri Lankan schoolboy rugby. Let's look forward to that.
Good evening and welcome to our live coverage. This is the first leg of the 59th Bradby Shield here at Bogambara. It's passion, passion and nothing but passion. And I can assure you this is a traditional encounter. Right, for those of you who are interested in what happened in the under-17 game, Trinity beat Royal by 11 points to 5 after leading 6-0 at the breather. Today in the commentary box we have three great personalities. Of course, our lead commentator Chandrashan Perera, no stranger to the rugby arena. With him is Dr. Maya Gunasekara, well-known royalist, a superb ruggerite during his time. And of course the famous Ajit Abiratna. Not only did he get the Trinity line, but he was also a well-known rugby coach. He's turned out a lot of ruggerites, not only for Trinity but also for some other schools. The atmosphere is absolutely fascinating. Without much ado, let's go across now and say hello to Chandrashan Perera up in the com box.
Thank you very much, Brian. Welcome to Bogambara for the 59th Bradby. Trinity versus Royal. And doesn't Bogambara look an absolute picture? Just very quick shots of the Royal College side. Heads in, adrenaline's pumping, legs are good, blood is warm. Doc, what do you think?
Well, I think we can look forward to a very exciting contest, and always Sean Bradby has been, fought in the best of spirits and very exciting contest. And you can never predict. Royal has had a good season, Trinity not so good, but when it comes to the Bradby, I mean, don't bet on any team.
on the day, and of course joining us in the commentary box, very glad to have doctors as well as the Ajit Abiratna sitting in, of course, Trinity. And Ajit, tell me about the feeling as the boys warm up.
Tremendous atmosphere here at Chandrashan. We can just feel it flowing through our veins. We have been on the field before here, and I can just imagine what the players will be feeling right now. But I think it's pointing out to be a wonderful evening of good rugby. I think the teams are evenly matched in the sense, I think it's the Royal three-quarters against the Trinity forwards, and whoever is able to keep the ball, I think he'll get on top in this game.
Okay, now everything lines up well as the home team, the Trinity, running out at Bogambara in front of their home crowd. Huge crowd here. The stadium is absolutely chock-a-block, busting at the seams. And if you're watching these pictures live on Sirisa, well, you're in for a huge privilege. If you haven't got to the ground yet, I suggest you do so. Wherever you are in Sri Lanka, try and get to a television, otherwise try and get to Bogambara. Now, considering all the run-up, all the performance, all the lineup before the teams playing, it really doesn't matter, does it? Because on the day, it's on the day. That's what really counts today.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's on the day because they're all schoolboys. They're just 18, 19-year-olds. And between schoolboys, I mean, there's no real major difference anyway, except for two, I must say, in the Royal side. That is Rajit Jayasundar, the captain, and Lakshman Disanayak, who has represented Sri Lanka. But, I mean, there's a marginal difference. So, you perform well on the day, the team that performs well will win.
And here's the Royal lineup, Abe Vikrama, Herat, Abe Vikrama again. You'll see that later on because we want to make sure that you at home have the best possible view. We've got some serious graphics on and some wonderful replays lining up. Ajit, tell me, in terms of the boys coming out of the changing room now, they're ready, it's kick-off time. What would you have said in the last ditch? What's the last word before they kick off?
I think it's Trinity. What do you say, Maya?
Well, I think quite correctly Ajit said Trinity, but I would say Royal.
Okay, there you go. Royal and Trinity lining up in the commentary box for you. Early ball for Royal College, and they've got it sewn up. Let's see where the ball is. Yes, there it is. They're going to have to try and get early ball and settle down because it's very important to settle down because both teams will test each other. Good run there.
Running into your own man. Stomp it down.
Accident offside. Referee Dilroy Fernando, IRB rated Sri Lankan ref, of course, in charge for the all-important 59th Bradby. Ajit, today, now, first scrum. Tell me.
I think Trinity got the weight to hold every scrum on their put-in and perhaps give Royal a shove 2 and put them on the back foot. But like Maya said, anything can happen on a day like this. You know, you can just turn around. But going weight-wise, I think Trinity may be about 70 kilos more than the Royal pack.
Okay, so that weight advantage, Ajit, is going to turn the difference as the legs get heavier, because that will make the difference as the game progresses. But early ball yet, and very early days. A little bit of a mistake there by the Royal fullback. He let the ball go past. He's got to recover and see if he can put Royal back into a safe position. Okay, territorial advantage there for Trinity. I don't think it was intended somehow. Here we are. We're on the Royal 25, Doc. What would you tell the boys?
Well, I would say, I mean, get to the 20 half as soon as possible and make play there. Because, you know, as you saw in the first few seconds of the game, I think Royal had a plan. They have a plan of working the forwards and then sending the ball out to their strong three quarters. A couple of hits and they send the ball out 3 quarters.
Okay, the referee said that early ball, they've taken the penalty very quickly. We're about 10 meters short of the line. Trinity driving forward now, using that ball, using it to their max advantage. Terrible pass.
Get back.
You can hear the referee talking, which is very, very good for people at home. The referee said, get back, you weren't 10. Ball to Trinity again. What will they do from here? Will they take the kick, Ajit, or will they go for line?
I think they need to take the kick, but it doesn't. Yes, I think they are taking the kick, in fact. Yes.
Very
that's
sensible.
Good. You got to turn pressure into points, and to have 3 points on the board just at the start of a game is a real bonus.
Exactly. So psychologically, you come. The first time Trinity have got into the Royal half, they've got a 3-pointer lined up. A simple kick as it looks, but let's see. Nerves will tell as the kicker lines up with the the kicking tee. Doc, nerves here will obviously make the difference. He needs to steady himself. Here's a replay of that.
Down the line.
Yeah, I think the Royal forwards are offside there. But Trinity is using their big forwards to their advantage. I mean, that's exactly what I would have expected them to do. Penalty, if it's taken, it goes over. Fairly big advantage. Too early in the game to predict anything. But sometimes when you score too early in the game, you just get into a sense of false security.
Absolutely, because you tend to sit back.
I mean, thing is, it can go either way. But it's a fairly easy kick. But then nerves, I mean.
Let's see if the Royal, the Trinity boy can do this. Here we go.
Well, very well taken.
Very well.
Very well taken, I must say. Brilliant conversion.
Trinity go 3 points. Early ball, the 59th Bradby in the first 5 minutes of the game. Trinity are 3 points up. And of course, this is the Bradby sponsored by Singer. And it's actually the 15th year that Salya Kumara kicking over, number 15, the fullback for Trinity. And he's just put Trinity 3 points in front, which is psychologically very, very good advantage, Ajit, because that makes the boys feel very strong now.
I think they need to keep this game plan. They have to play it in the Royal half. They got big forwards, as you said, so the game has to be played in the Royal half.
There you go, referee says, going over on the side, it's very clear, you got to come from behind. Referee Dilroy says penalty to Royal. Now they are straight back. They need to reply this 3-pointer very, very early. Otherwise, Doc, like you say, the advantage will start to extend itself.
Yeah, now basically it's a Royal ball inside the 20-25. I mean, today's rugby, the side that throws the ball wins the ball anyway. So they have to do something from here.
Let's see if Trinity will contest this ball. Let's have a look. No, they don't. They just stay back.
I think Royal forwards are driving. If they go for, they should go for a drive, set it up, and then work the 3 quarters.
Well, Roy have had this all the way through the season, Doc. They've driven very hard in the pack. In fact, their pack has supported the 3 quarters very well. As Jayasundara, was it? Did he break through there?
Yes, Jayasundara stand off, pass the ball to Jayasundara.
Now he's got a bundle of confidence because he's already played for Sri Lanka.
They lost the ball there.
But turnover ball, goodness. Royal give away the advantage. Does he keep the ball in? No, he doesn't.
That's an excellent turnover by the corner flag, by the goal post, Chandashan.
Very good under pressure. Trinity really living up to their reputation at home, not letting Royal get that very important try. Jayasundara drove very hard. If you can see that replay, he went almost for the line. Trinity decked him, and they were very efficient in getting the ball back. And they've come all the way back. We're on the 50-meter line now, center of the park. Good ball for Trinity. Not so good ball at the back there. Numbers for Royal. There you go. They're trying to run it close, but not too far. In fact, they didn't get over the gain line. Ball standing still. Good pressure from Royal, but well recovered. Fullback Sali, obviously feeding on that confidence of that penalty kick, is running strong. Referee indicates ball knocked forward.
Come on, do lose your cool. Come on, number 15.
Chandra, at the beginning of the game, I said that Trinity should refrain from trying to take hits on their half, on the Royal half. They're going to waste a lot of energy now. You see, they are behind the place they started from.
Exactly, they're still in the same place, and I hope the coach is listening. If he is, referee says play on. Oh, scrappy ball. Trinity will recover. Yes. Didn't need to do that, Doc.
No, they didn't have to lose that ball. I mean, it's a crying shame in this day and age. If you are going to lose your scrum, if the ball comes out of the scrum half was not there, the number 8 should have cleaned it up. But it happens.
Absolutely. Tension is high. The pressure is extreme.
Yeah, but the impressive thing is Sean Trinity, they are always ready to pounce on the ball.
I think that might be part of their game plan. I just need to try and make sure they are there at the breakdown situation to pick up any scraps.
That's right.
Because Royal are the heavier set. They are the more disciplined and the side in form.
Yes, I think they have to prevent the ball being spread out to the wings, you know. And I think they're trying to kill it at the base itself. I think it's very important to cause breakdowns.
There you go. Referee, very clear.
We see that again here.
You got to release it.
Okay, on the form book, of course, Royal have had a splendid season, Doctor. But like we say on the day, if they don't settle early, and we're now 6 minutes into the game, almost 7 minutes, sorry, they need to now get their plan together and try and dictate.
Yes, I mean, all the games played during this season, Royal have come back very strongly in the second half. They've always come back very strongly in the second half, and they've scored more tries and points in the second half, except in the Wesley game where the difference was very big. So I think Royal has the stamina and the fitness, but if Trinity gets into a big lead in the first half, then it's going to be very difficult.
That's difficult to bridge that gap because psychologically the Trinity boys will be very up. So Royal need to now try and get some points on the board, but it's a sign of a good team that you can always come back in the last 15 minutes when you're heading towards that all-important big whistle. As the Trinity fullback, has he kicked it too far? I think he has. He was trying to go.
To be a scrum right back.
Referee says kick where the scrum where the kick was taken, which is a huge advantage to Royal College because they were looking at chasing the ball down and a line out right on the end, but we're back almost on the 10-meter line. We're still in the Royal half. Things haven't changed much. Trinity's putting all the pressure. Early pressure from Trinity, Doctor.
Yes, certainly yes. I'm very impressed with the way Trinity is playing, but it's too early in the game. Probably they can get exhausted, but they are playing very well. They are putting pressure on Royal, bouncing on the loose ball. The forwards are driving. The three-quarters are coming up. We'll see what happens. Oh, my.
Oh, dear. Terrible pass from Royal College. And he's in. He's in. Trinity College against the run of play. Royal tried something in their half and they tried to miss one, and a lob pass intercepted all the way through. There you go. That is pressure. Trying to run the ball. Isuru Jayasena, the Trinity winger, picking up Ajit. He was well placed. He's at pace. Have a look at this. Here's the ball. It's bounced up. A little bit of a hospital pass. And he just had to pick it up and finish off. Nothing much for him to do, really.
I think you said it right, Chandracha. It's a matter of pressure here, and the Royal three-quarter line is completely at a standstill when they are passing the ball. So it was very easy for this guy to see that coming on, and he got into place beautifully. And what a tremendous run. I mean, I think that he won't forget for a long time.
He won't, and he was a little bit cocky at the end there. He was showing the ball to his supporters on the far side. Yeah. Brilliant stuff. Trinity now. We are well in front because Trinity have really assumed the position. They've taken their chances. They've kept Royal in their half, and they've now got interception try. If he kicks this over, points on the board. This is much against the run of play. I think everybody expected Royal to come out and settle things very early up. But like you say, on the day, Doctor, on the day, the pressure, the tension, playing up in Kandy has had a little bit of a difference at the start.
Yeah, Sean, there's, always one thing I have noted is Royal on form is the better side. They've had a good season. Now, when you play against a better side, you tend to know all their game plan and the tactics. So Trinity is doing a grand job here. Three quarters are coming up very fast, and they are putting pressure on the Royal three quarters, forcing them to make mistakes, and the big Trinity forwards are driving.
Which is the requirement on the day. Trinity have really come out strong so far. Things will change as we talk about it. In fact, this is the Bradby Shield, the 59th Bradby Shield. It's 15 years, sponsored by Singer, who've taken it upon themselves to do so, and what a grand job they've done. And of course, this is the first live telecast, and Singer is proud to be associated with MTV and Sirisa on this live, going around Sri Lanka. What fabulous pictures, what a great example of schoolboy rugby, and what a great example for Sri Lanka. This is what we always talk about, Doc. This is such brilliant stuff.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff from both sides. Trinity playing better rugby than Royal.
Come up.
We wait and see.
Here you go, Royal driving forward. They need to get out of their half now. The plan would be to play it in Trinity's half. That might be CP's plan for sure. But so far they have been outgunned. Trinity again, turnover ball. They just push over, recover the ball.
The bigger Trinity forwards are driving well.
Play on.
And they're getting the better out of the Royalists.
That's the fifth turnover, Chandrashan, we've seen. Out of 7 rucks, Royal have turned over 5 times. And that's not a good rate at the start of a
considering that Trinity are the underdogs on the day, even in the pack. Although, Doc, I know you're saying they've got some big boys. Royal have the more disciplined, the harder pack, the heavier pack.
Well, Royal certainly has the more mobile pack. But in close contest, close quarters, Ajit, you agree with me?
Yes.
In rucks and malls, I think
definitely
the bigger forwards, have an advantage. So if Trinity plays to their strength, it's going to be a bit difficult for Royal.
He lost the ball again.
There you go, referee says advantage. You heard that clearly. Trinity driving forward, excellent legs, just walk and talk. Can they get it out? No, they can't. What does the referee say?
Number 7. Driving.
Oh, that's a shame because they were setting up beautifully. I think that was very unnecessary.
What was that, Ajit? The referee said killing the ball?
No, I think somebody went over the ruck.
On the 50-meter line.
But still, the ball was available, so that's a pity.
Okay, now, score line, as you can see, 8-0 to Trinity. Penalty and a try unconverted. 13 minutes into the game. We are still very much in the Royal half. We still haven't moved out. Dr. Royal haven't managed to get out in the Trinity half as yet.
No, they're trying everything, but I think the bigger Trinity forwards
get back.
are getting the better out of the forwards. Ajit, I would like to make a comment on that penalty Dilroy awarded.
Yes.
It was very clear that Trinity was driving and they went over and, people fall on the ground because there are no opposition.
Yes.
So I think the referee, has to read the game and see which way things are going.
That's what I meant. I think the ball was clearly out and there was no one obstructing any Royal player. So I felt that was
a little bit too harsh.
Yeah, okay, if you want to say it like that. I was speaking to the coach Alex Lazarus earlier on, and basically I know they had a definite game plan, and this is something we are thinking about, that Trinity must play in the Royal half if they need to win.
Absolutely, because that will be the whole advantage, the whole 9 yards. You stay there, put pressure, anything can happen. On this side, it's the other side of the coin, because anything can happen in the Royal half as well. So here you go, good ball for Royal at that line out, well collected. They're going to drive it forward. That's it.
That's a good drive by the Royal.
Well controlled.
Very good drive.
Still up, their legs are still up. Where is the ball?
Back.
There you go. They walk and talk. Have they lost the ball?
Hands off. Get back. Come
That's
on,
a seventh ruck the Royal is lost.
There you go, advantage again given back. Excellent clearance from that. Very, very good kick. Goodness, that is about almost 55 meters up the pitch. There you go, Trinity advantage all the way up. Huge territorial gain, and all the way back to the 25. Royal have to now really think. We are now 15. The first half of the half And Trinity have been the dominant side. They have dominated play and they have controlled the game. Much against the run of form. Everybody expected Royal to dictate because the other side on form. But here we go. Again, what will Royal do? Making early mistakes. Their ball.
Chandrashan, the last incident where Trinity were on the 22 and the Trinity were on their own 22 and they won the ball, the Royal ball, and then got into the Royal 22, cleared and got in. That will kill the Royal forwards, you know. I think that type of bad rucking is going to kill them.
Well, you know how difficult it is. Both of you gentlemen understand how difficult it is to put your head up out of a ruck and see the ball all the way back. As Trinity drive forward. A lot more confidence in that Trinity side. Look at that. They're there. Royal unable to control. Here we go. And an attempt at drop goal.
Yes, it's all.
There we go. They've done it again. They've come here, used the advantage, posted 3 points. Very sound planning. If you get in the half, minimum is 3 points before you go back. 11 points to Trinity. Early form for Royal College hasn't happened. Doctor, tell me, what's the thinking now? CP would be thinking very hard as a coach. What can I do?
Well, what Royal must do is they must not panic. Because in the modern game, now, okay, Trinity is 11 points. I mean, you are just 2 scores away. So don't panic. Know where your weakness is. Your forwards are getting turned around. You still have good 3 quarters. Get your act together. Calm your forwards down. Tell them to drive low. Tell them to drive low.
That's it. Brilliant advice if CP is listening. In fact, that is the best advice you can give. This is the first live telecast and sponsored by Singer. Of course, as you know, Singer is one of the biggest sponsors of sport in Sri Lanka. And we are glad to be here to be able to telecast and chat about the whole story as Trinity clear from their own 10-meter line and come all the way back to the 50-meter line. Ajit, it's looking good so far.
Yes, I think they got the ideal fullback. Salia Kumar, or Prema Kumar as some call it, he's having a brilliant game at the back there. He's very cool and collected, and I'm sure he will come into the line, and when he does come in, it'll be at pace, and that's also going to be a threat to the Royal side.
He's settled the side very well, because when you got a fullback who can do that for you, take you 25 to 40 meters up the park, it's always such a good boost. Royal now trying to reply. Are they there in numbers? Yes. Ball coming back. Here we go. Where are we? Royal in numbers again. They've got to get this ball up the park. They've got to drive. They've got to get their pack to drive forward and put the 3 quarters into space. Here we go. Trinity. Goodness. Little bit of a mistake. Royal in position, but Salia Kumara very well recovered. Takes a bang in the process. I think he's a little bit winded. Referee says quick. Medics on the park. He seems all right. I think it was just a bit of a knee in the gut. Well, there you go. So far, it's been Trinity all the way. And as Dr. Maya said, Royal just simply need to settle down, not to panic, think about what their strength has been all through the season, and just start playing their game. Stick to their game plan, and just try and get their 3 quarters running.
Yeah. I mean, don't panic. There's no reason to panic. It's early in the game. I think we are 15 minutes into the game.
I think, I think what they need to do is to get the forwards grouping together. They are losing too much ball up front, the Royal forwards, and they are very upright in their driving technique.
They just got to drive low.
Yeah, they're just standing up too tall, you know, and the Trinity forwards are finding it very easy.
There you go. I'm very privileged to be sitting here talking to you because 2 expert specialists who played for their respective schools. A lot of passion involved, of course. The blood is rushing around their heads, but they're talking the absolute fundament of the game and what is not happening on either side. As Trinity again take the ball all the way up the park, right into Royal territory. We haven't been able to get out. Royal haven't been able to get out of their half and put some pressure on Trinity in their half. This is critical now. We are now 11 points in front for Trinity. The time is almost 20 minutes gone. Can Royal settle this?
Right. Come up. Back. The back number 8.
These pictures live on Sirius TV. Royal trying from the back. Very ambitious indeed, trying to run first phase. Here we go. Ball back again. Now they've got space. They've got numbers. But Salia is there to rescue Trinity. But full out. First mistake he's made today. I think he's handled the ball about 7 times. First mistake. There you go. Now Royal have a chance of getting into the advantage territory, or the zone as we call it, into the Trinity 25. And let's see what they can do from here.
He's a very slightly built guy, this Premakumar, Salyakumar, and he has tremendous guts, and he's also cool at the same time. He's got everything going for him.
Well, he's settled very early, Doc. He's taken the pressure and given it straight back to Royal.
Yeah, because he's a guy, I think, who can think very well on his feet. You look at him, he's a thinking player. And if you have a fullback on your side who can do that, it's a tremendous advantage to the forwards, because all his kicks, they've gone 50, 60, 70 meters. Tremendous advantage to the forwards, and makes the other forwards, Royal forwards, run back.
Absolutely, and that's so disheartening. Here we go. Royal again, bringing it back in, setting it up for their forwards. They've done well. Skamov does very well. Here we go. He's back, trying the same thing. Can they get into space now? They haven't gone forward. They haven't crossed the gain line as yet. Again, same place. Numbers. Ball needs to get out of the way. Here we go. That was a part of a plan, I suppose, to try and get into the Royal half, and the Trinity half rather, and they've done extremely well. 10 meters from the Trinity line. Royal advance for the first time in the 22nd minute of this game. This is the second time they advance into the Trinity territory. Can they make the difference, Doc?
Yeah, it's a throw-in by Trinity. They have the bigger forwards. So I personally think the line-out will go Trinity way.
But if you put some pressure, things might change. Here we go.
Knock back.
They might be able to turn this ball over. What will Royal do? Have they managed to do that?
Hands off, back.
Yes, Royal have managed to do that.
Yes, they have. Here we go. First time they came, the second time they're here. They've turned the ball over. Can they use it now?
Roll away. Press, roll away, back.
Going the short side. Still trying to get forward. Royal driving forward. Here we go.
Yes.
There you go. That was a requirement. Doctor. Trinity in their own half, unable to contain Royal. Second time they come in, 5 points on the board. What is that, the form story?
Yes, Sean, I think that was their game plan anyway, to set it up and give the forwards and the three quarters to come for the crash ball. I think it went third or fourth phase. I mean, that is what they have been doing throughout the season. And now I think they should get the confidence to...
Absolutely, Ajit. Now, here we go. This is the first hit, the first setup. And the ball is now decked.
This was brilliant, this last bit. You see this guy coming in. Just watch his pace.
And Jai Sundara at complete pace. The scrum half, they've lined it up and just popped it up for him as they cut to the kick. And we'll go back to that replay just after the kick. Royals reply. Excellent kick. Fabulous. There you go. 7 points on the board.
But I think the Royal fullback, Bowdin, he's answering. He's giving, replying to the Trinity fullback. So I can do better. Whatever you can do.
Whatever you can do, I can do better. There you go.
Because the first 20 minutes, Trinity fullback was the star performer of the game.
Chandrashan, I think where this particular line of play fell apart was when Trinity lost that line out. And that had been a weakness in their play right along. They've been losing too many lineouts in the earlier games, and I thought they got it worked out, but that was a bad thing to do, to tap off their own lineout on the goal line.
Under pressure, they tried to tap ball, and that's almost a criminal offence, really, when you tap ball. And there's the winger coming in again. They're doing this very often because he's a strong lad, and he's been driving forward. Now Royals settle in and gain territory. They bang the ball all the way down the park. What does the referee see?
Offside.
Referee says offside, running in front.
Yeah, I think Royal should go for the kick and the line out now.
Get back.
Referee's having a word with his touch shot because I think there was a little bit of argy-bargy You saw that
2011.
2011, yes,
2011.
I think. Let's have a look.
Number 11. Skipper come.
That's unnecessary.
Number 11.
Completely unnecessary.
There's going to be a penalty there. And
Charges have changed. When I blew the final whistle, we're going and kick the opponent. Cut it off. I told you skipper before the match I don't want that sort of thing. Once more if you do it. What's your number? 11. Talk to your players, okay? Sorry, sir.
There you go. That you just heard the referee telling the number 11, no need for that sort of stuff. A huge advantage. You saw that. Unnecessary, stupid, terrible mistake. And now will Royal make them pay? Completely unnecessary, Ajit. He didn't need to do that. It was finished. Play had gone up the park.
Yeah, completely uncalled for at this particular time of play. And right on the goal line.
Especially when Trinity is in front. When you have the advantage of having points on the board, you don't go and do that stupid little, I want to need somebody in the head story. He didn't need to do anything, actually.
Stay the line.
Here we go, 26 minutes into the first half. Trinity still lead Royal 7 points to 11, but that can change very quickly.
Leaving the line out. You can't leave the line out until
Too many mistakes here now. It's coming one after another.
There you go, the pressure is starting to tell, Ajit, because now underneath there, in front of their line, Trinity are making a few silly mistakes. Royal go for the line out to settle things and get some points on the board. Almost the first half gone, Doctor.
Yeah, Sean, here it will be a very good contest because it's Royal ball, line out, almost on the 20 line, and Royal forwards will go for a drive.
And one score away.
Watch it. Wait.
Trinity recover.
Release him.
Trinity recovers very well.
Very well recovered by Trinity. Offside.
Offside.
A tremendous recovery by Trinity skipper Migara there.
Both players.
Well, Migara living up to his reputation and living up to what he said on the earlier documentary that they intend to bring the Bradby back to Trinity College. He's playing up to form. Excellent ball there under pressure. Trinity recovered very well, and now penalty to Trinity. They have a chance to get out of their own half.
And I think Migara leads from the front. He's a tremendous motivator, and he gets the team going just by his play.
There you go. Excellent driving by the Royal three-quarter there. Is that Lakshman Dasanayake,
yes,
Doctor?
Brilliant stuff. He's a strongly built lad, very strongly built lad.
Very strong and using his weight. Extra ball, extra man. Here we go. The ball and covered. Excellent tackle, excellent cover by Trinity. Royal running at pace. Very well done, but Trinity up to it. Closing them down on the 25-meter line. Goodness, this is just hotting up. 28 minutes in the game. It's just what everybody wanted to see live on Sirius TV. Look at that. Lovely missed pass, good hands, soft hands. Lovely ball. Didn't have too much space. He tried to bring it back in. Well cut out. Lovely tackle. Man and ball. Very well done by Trinity.
That's a good tackle by Sanjeev. It seems that on left wing, Royal lacks a bit of finish.
There is a little bit lopsided with the right and left wing for Royal. Where is that ball? Everybody's trying to look
Again,
for it.
the Royal scrum half is tackled in position.
Come on, back.
He's getting no protection there, and they're actually letting the ball out too quickly from the number 8. That's Royal again coming very strong. Rajitha driving back. That's part of their plan, where he drives, sets it up. Then the three-quarters are replaced by a running set of forwards. Here we go. Good recycle ball. Wide. Lakshman with the ball. He's taken 2. Royal there in numbers. Where are we?
Let's go!
Referee Dilroy says let it go. And that's what Trinity do. Royal again. Driving for the line.
Bend back. Come on,
Brad cutting up as the first half closes.
No, knock back.
Referee says carry on. The ball went back.
Back here. Watch.
Royal with possession. This is number 3 coming up, number 4 coming up. This is number 5. Not a very good ball there, but he's managed to get rid of it. Royal going forward still. Has he lost it? Yes, I think he has.
Come down.
I think it's very important that Trinity do not allow Royal to score before half-time. That's going to be a real psychological thing if they allow Royal to score. And I think it's about 3 minutes away. They got to hold on and get out of here and not allow any scores or any boards score on the board before half-time.
Very true, because you carried that into half-time, the psychological advantage. Look at the faces of the Trinity boys pumping. As you know, first half is a couple of seconds away. It's 30-38 now. And in fact, because we played 30 minutes per half, referee has said, he's looked at his touch judge. It's the last scrum before. Here's that replay. Look at the position of the ball, and he just gave it away. Look at that. Well done by the Trinity forward. He just grabbed it out of his hand because you didn't protect the ball. The Royal lad went in there at the three-quarter and forgot. Salia again. Unable to clear this time as Lakshman takes the hard ball back. Runs strong as Royal drive hard, trying to get the ball out. They have a few seconds to finish this and go for the line. Get that psychological advantage. Here we go. Excellent ball again.
Come on, back. Play on.
Referee says play on, nothing illegal.
Ball was out.
Ball was open.
Knock forward, both teams.
There you
Half
go.
time.
That's it, half-time call. There you go, Ajit. Half-time, everybody thought Royal would come out and play to form. Doctor, everybody said it doesn't really matter. In fact, it doesn't really matter because Trinity have surprised everybody and played absolutely wonderful rugby. They put the pressure on Royal, stayed in their half and put points on the board, translated all that pressure. Royal, for their turn, only came twice and scored once. So, second half, it's going to be very, very serious action here as the band comes out. Doctor, tell us very quickly, what would you be saying in the half-time?
Well, I think you have to impress upon the Royal team why Trinity scored in the first half. 75% of the game they dominated with their big forwards, with correct body position and driving, and they read the Royal three-quarter moves well. Don't change your game plan. Tell your forwards to drive low. Continue with your game plan because Royal has always come back in the second half. Don't panic. Just continue with your game plan and encourage the boys.
Absolutely. Ajit, from your side, tell me.
Yeah, what I was feeling is in the last 10-15 minutes, Royal Pack was establishing a certain rhythm. And as Maya said...
We're just going to a commercial break and we'll be back in a second, and more pictures. Mr. Dilip Kumar is going to be sitting in with us. See you soon.
Virgin, right?
Excuse me?
I mean, a Virgo. Get your hands off my wife.
That tough little company. We really gave them one hell of a run for them.
Do you find it so hard to believe that this man could love me?
With Singer Picture-in-Picture TV, you don't have to feel the same to be together. Picture-in-Picture TV from Singer.